I hope you're having a great day and I hope you had a great weekend. Well, today I want to talk about, since everyone's talking about immunity in different ways to boost your immune system because of the coronavirus epidemic that's happening right now, we need to talk about this one beverage that has existed for decades and decades all across the world. I'm talking about simple, good quality, freshly brewed black tea. Now, when people think about tea and coffee, the first thing they think about is acidity. Well, let me tell you something. Tea and coffee doesn't cause you acidity. You're already acidic, and tea and coffee makes it worse. There are very, very few people who cannot tolerate tea and coffee completely. But for everyone else, they really need to fix their digestive system, their small intestine, their large intestine first. Reduce their acid levels, and then, yes, maybe tea may suit you. So let's understand this one beverage which people have drunk for decades and decades. Number one, what gives you that lovely flavor in a cup of freshly brewed black tea? That's something called tannins. Now, tannins are responsible for taste, but they are also fantastic for helping you fight against viruses proven medically today, like influenza. Then you have dysentery, hepatitis. Hepatitis is a virus again. And in fact, it contains something called alkylamine. Alkylamine antigens, which have a direct connection with boosting your immune system. Yes, black tea contains that. Antigens which boost your immune system. Am I saying that you go on drinking black tea and you're going to fight every virus and every possible bacteria out there? No. I'm talking about the immune system and what we can do to support it. There are so many different things, from your sleep to your stress to the kind of food you eat, the amount of water you drink, and the kind of exercise that you do every single day. Well, black tea doesn't have properties that only fight viruses, but they can also fight bacterias. So bacterias and viruses. This tells us one thing, that it's great for the immune system. So number one, immunity, black tea. Of course, we don't give this to children, we don't give this to kids, but adults, yes, we should switch from, beverages that are laden with sugar and fructose and all of that stuff, all of your flavored coffees and your iced teas, which are loaded with so much sugar. There's nothing wrong with black iced tea, actually. It's really, really healthy for you, subject to the fact that you do not buy commercially prepared iced black tea, which contains loads and loads of sugar. You can make it at home. Well, it's not just the immune system that black tea is great for. It's also great for patients who are prone to strokes or patients who have gone through strokes, brain strokes, heart strokes, whatever it is, because tannins play a huge role. Your black tea is rich in flavonoids, making it great for the heart, making it great for lowering bad cholesterol, making it great for lowering even blood pressure. There are controlled studies that show a control group consuming 3 cups of black tea in a day with a gap of 4 hours between them and an immediate decrease in the systolic, that's your level of blood pressure, systolic and diastolic, which is huge. So there is a lot of connection with heart health and your black tea. Of course, like I said, you still got to make lifestyle changes in order to have a healthy lifestyle. Even blood sugar levels. So for diabetics, it is fantastic. Black tea, maybe consumed about 45 minutes after a meal, can also help you lower your blood sugar levels along with your lifestyle changes that you have. Now, it's also great for focus. So it does have a little less caffeine than coffee, but black tea still has caffeine in it. So if you want that morning alertness, that focus on something that you're working on, sometimes even a cup of black tea will do for you. A lot of people cannot consume coffee early evening because it impacts their sleep at night. But you can consume black tea early in the evening, and for most people, that amount of caffeine doesn't affect your sleep at night, but it can keep you alert and it can keep you focused at the same time. So black tea is rich in something called polyphenols. Some of the polyphenols are things that we are aware of, called catechins, which are found in green teas and black teas, and these are powerful antioxidants. In fact, when we look up the research in the Journal of Cancer and everything else, we find strong evidence showing how the consumption of black tea, which is rich in polyphenols and antioxidants, can also possibly help you to regulate cancer cell growth in the human body. Am I saying you should replace it with your chemotherapy with black tea? Absolutely not. Am I saying that black tea is going to cure your cancer and take it away? No. It is going to help you boost your immune system, and we know all healing can only happen when the body has a strong immune system as well as prevention. But here's one more fantastic research piece about black tea and your gut health. So black tea has components which can also promote healthy gut bacteria, and that's something that most of us need. And it can also inhibit the growth of several bad bacteria, including Salmonella. So we need to understand that this is also good for your gut health, because the more good bacteria we have and the less bad bacteria we have in our gut, our immune system is stronger, we reduce bloating, acidity, we promote absorption of nutrients from the food that we eat. So technically, everything that we're eating, we need our gut health to absorb, assimilate, and push it into our blood, which carries it to all the trillion cells in the human body. So something as simple as that. Some people say 1 cup, you can go up to 3 cups a day. Again, listen to yourself. You never want to have black tea on an empty stomach in the morning. You want to line your stomach with a date or fruit or nuts and then have your black tea. If you're highly acidic, first sort out your acidity issue, because black tea can actually make it worse. But people can have black tea. Now, a lot of people ask questions, what if I add milk to it and sugar to it? A normal Indian chai is a healthy drink if you're using good quality milk and ethically sourced milk, and you're not lactose intolerant. You know, you put your ginger, you put your elaichi and all of that stuff, lemongrass in your chai, you have a nice cup. But when you add milk and sugar, you reduce the bioactives of black tea. You will still get some of the health benefits, but if you want to get all the immune boosting health benefits that we just spoke about, a cup of plain black tea can do you good. Now, some people add a little bit of lemon to it for taste. That's also a great addition to your cup of black tea. Now, most people make their tea the wrong way. They start to boil the water with the tea leaves already in. That's not the way you do it. What you need to do is bring the water to a boiling temperature, and then you add your teaspoon or tablespoon of black tea leaves, depending on how many cups you're making, and you let it steep for about 3 to 5 minutes according to the kind of taste that you want. Add ginger, you can add elaichi, which is cardamom, lemongrass, to even a glass of black tea. This is something, if you enjoy, you can have a lot of it. There are a lot of people who only do one thing which is good for their health, only green tea, only whatever. Have 1 cup of green tea, have 1 cup of black tea. They're different in their own ways. Both are loaded with immune boosting properties, but you can add that to your lifestyle. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right.